Hi, Brandon with SpaghettiandMeeples.com. I was under the house searching for my dignity. I didn't find it, but I did find something much, much better. Join me, won't you? Ooh, la, 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 loo, 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 loo. Alright, so what we have here is a tile laying game, Dice Crawl. Actually, it's a tile revealing game, and you have dice that you will roll and then crawl through this dungeon. It comes with 100 dice in 4 colors, 25 of each. It's for 1 to 4 players. We're going to focus on multiplayer for the moment. So the way it works is that everybody starts in one corner of the tile, the grid that you have there. There's a dragon in the middle. So everybody claims their corner to start. Nobody can be on the same tile at the beginning of the game. One person here, one person there, one person there, one person there. Now, what you will do at the very beginning of the game, once you determine start order, is when you go, you will pull your die off of there, you will reveal the tile, and then you will orient it the way that you want. This one doesn't really matter how you orient it. So, then what you will do on every turn is roll 5 dice. Why are you rolling 5 dice? Well, they're your army and they're your money. So in this case, I have a 6 on this tile. Why is that important? Because I want to claim this tile to get the point that is on there. So I did roll a 6. Now I have claimed that tile. Now, on my next turn, I can explore and flip over an adjacent tile, orient it, move to there, roll 5 dice again, and try to conquer that tile. Now, that one has 3 points. Now, every player is going to be doing this. Seems simple enough, but that's not all there is. You actually pick characters. So, you could be, for example, a barbarian, halfling, or a necromage, hobgoblin. Now, they all have different powers that let them do different things. This is where your dice's money comes in. So, this one has garrison, attack, and withdraw. What you would do is on your turn, if you had leftover dice, or even if you chose to do this instead of conquering a tile, you would place the dice on the powers here, and then you could use those on your turn. Now, the dragon gives you 3 points once you reach it, and that also triggers the end game. The other thing that triggers the end game is if there's any one player who has less than 2 dice. If you have 1 or 0 dice on your beginning of your turn, the game's over, everybody takes the last turn, and you're done. Now, it's not just about getting to the dragon. It does give you 3 bonus points, but really it's about all of the tiles that you will conquer and how those points add up for you. Now, in addition to the tile points, there are other tiles that have little treasures on them, hoards that you can claim that give you additional 2 points. Now, you can claim those with any number of die, or well, 1 die, but any number that's on that die. Even if you have a 1, you can claim it. Now, the problem with that is the next player who goes, if they roll a higher than a 1, they can kick you off of there and claim it. So it's better to claim those with higher numbers. The other thing is that you can place your army, your warriors, on other people's revealed tiles. So, say I revealed this second tile, I was only able to put a 3 on it. It has a 3 and a 2. The person after me rolls a 2. They can go ahead and put their die on there from a different color, and then we would have to split those points. Let's see, that's pretty much the basic idea. Now, there are variants that are in the instruction manual. There is an expansion that I really wish I had. It's called Forbidden Vaults. Now, we've talked about this game before with our Games for N17 special, and then we also did have an interview with Souljar Games, the people who make this, and this was actually designed by Jim Pinto. You may know his name, you may not, but this is a really amazing game. It's a lot that's packed into a pretty tiny box. So again, just so much for your money, and honestly, it's not about getting to the dragon and getting those 3 points. That will help you. Also, if there's a tie, whoever got to the dragon first, that's the tiebreaker. But it's about playing your opponents. It's about messing with their tiles and seeing if you can get stuff on theirs, taking their hordes away from them, using your powers to maybe turn one of their revealed tiles so they can't move the way that they would like to and get more points. Great game, lots packed into a really tiny box, and highly recommend it. You guys should definitely get this, and I'm going to get the Forbidden Vaults expansion as soon as I can get out of here. Thank you. I think that's it right now. Wait, do you hear that? What is that? Dungeon Roll is another one of our favorite games that comes in a small package. It doesn't come in this box, it comes in this box. This was something I did for fun. You have 8 heroes that you can pick from. Each has a novice side and an experienced side. Game is for 1 to 4 players from Tasty Minstrel Games, designed by Chris Darden. What will happen? On your turn, you will roll 7 dice, and then you will pick your raiding party. Champion, wizard, what have you, cleric. Then the person to your left will act as Dungeon Lord. They will set the level die to 1, and they will roll a dungeon die. Then you must pick one of yours to battle and defeat this. Or if it's a crate, maybe you hopefully picked a thief and you can loot. Then, if you are successful, you can keep going. The level die goes up. The Dungeon Lord rolls again. Now, if the Dungeon Lord rolls a dragon, they will set that aside. If they roll a second dragon, they will set that aside. If they roll a third dragon, it is time for you to hopefully have enough dice of different settings or different characters in order to defeat the dragon. 3 dragons brings the dragon. You are going to need a wizard, cleric, and champion, or any sort of mix, but not 3 of the same, and then you defeat that. When your turn is over, you hopefully will be able to have gotten some sort of loot. You get spells, you get money, you also get experience points. Every person will go 3 times. At the end of that, you tally up all of your money, experience points, what have you, and whoever has the most wins. This is a fun, tight little game. It's got a lot of depth as far as the theme goes and really getting into it and picking your party and battling. The only complaint I have is that we had some issues trying to figure some things out that weren't in the rule book, but it was all online, easy to find, and it might be better for you. Maybe you won't have any issues at all. But this is another one that Spaghetti and Meeples highly recommends. Definitely check it out. Again, don't look for this box. Look for that box. What's next? I don't know. Is it this? Dungeons and Dragons Attack Wing. It's not actually very dungeony, even though dungeon is in the name. You know what is nice and dungeony? Munchkin, especially if you get the deluxe version, because it comes with this cool board that's set up like a dungeon. You start at level 1 and want to work your way up to level 10. It's dungeony because you wind up being things like a wizard, who's also a halfling, and maybe you get something cool to fight like a level 8 gazebo, because those are in dungeons. And then you get really cool loot like the boots of running really fast that you'll need to get away from monsters. When we first got this, we had a lot of fun. Our kids definitely love it. The problem we found that over time, everybody gets up here, and eventually all games just devolve into, let's prevent this person from winning. There's no, like, I'm gonna win. It's, okay, I have a level 4 monster, and I could defeat it pretty good, and then the other person's like, hold on, I'm gonna do a +5 on that monster, and then the other person's like, oh, and I'm gonna add an additional monster, and it just turns into, let's prevent them from winning. And maybe they go down a level and you come up a level and the cycle starts again. And then the only reason you win is because nobody can prevent you from winning. It's still fun, but as far as long-term play goes, not necessarily our kind of thing here. Anyway, I'm Brandon with SpaghettiandMeeples.com. Thanks for watching our Dungeon Special, The First, and we will see you later. Well, guys, I think that went pretty well, don't you? Hi. Yeah, no, it's Dungeon Special the First, so there'll be no, hey, there are gonna be more. No, I get it, I know that you, but it's the first, so budget constraints, time, resources, guys, no.